it knocked me out. And so I'm so glad that you're here today because you describe the current era of black Republicans as grifters, and I say that's the right word for them. But you need to explain to people what you mean when you say it, and what made you decide to write this book?
Well, first and foremost, I wrote this book because I care about this country, and I've been so saddened at the direction that it's going in under the Republican Party. It's really broke my heart. And when you think about the original black Republicans, they were the first progressives. They were the ones that pushed Abraham Lincoln into emancipation. They were the ones that forced him into glory. After the Civil War, they are forming communities that will help black folks and poor white folks. So I wanted to examine, how did black Republicans go from Frederick Douglass to Clarence Thomas? How did we get here? How did we get here? And so what I realized is now, the current version, they are grifters. And what I mean by that is somebody who is hustling and scheming that will say anything and do anything to get access to power, even if it means demeaning your own community. And in many ways, they provide racial cover for the issues in the Republican Party. So this book is also about the downward spiral of racial politics in the GOP.
You were very you couched that, but what do you mean?
Meaning a grifter is somebody who is, it's a scheme. It's not just being an opportunist, right? It's here is a blueprint, a strategy that I'm going to follow to get access to power, to say, maybe I can be a vice presidential pick. Maybe I can be on the Supreme Court. In what ways can I elevate myself? Even if it means hurting my own community.
Can I ask one follow-up question? So this didn't happen back in the day?
Well, it's interesting. It's the grift began long before Trump. That's why I wanted to write the book, right?
It happened when Lincoln was around.
Yeah, I mean, after the Civil War, there are some key figures, a guy named Isaiah Montgomery, for example, in Mississippi, where they were voting against other black people to get ahead, and they were celebrated, they were rewarded. So, but it was rare back then. And you might give some grace to somebody in the 19th century, but today, with some of the clowns on steroids that we see, they would make the original black Republicans roll in their graves.
So Clay, that this book was so interesting, and I didn't know what to expect from it. And I'm always cautious, as you are in the book, to put people too definitively into boxes. But I was struck as a conservative by some of the people who inspired me early in my career. Condoleezza Rice, 4-star generals like Colin Powell being sort of the standard bearer for black Republicans. And then now today, you see someone like Herschel Walker, we talked about a lot in the show. And I hate that I'm saying this because I had a lot of respect for Tim Scott, and then he just endorsed Donald Trump, who 6 months ago dined with a white supremacist. Like, what do you think is, how does this all happen, and when did this turn sort of take place?
And please do talk about Tim Scott.
Tim Scott.
That's my next question.
Yes. That's the next. Well, I'll say this. It's a really good point about General Colin Powell. It appears the current GOP would rather have the likes of Herschel Walker in their party than General Colin Powell. And
this particular book is trying to talk about the black Republican, how they came about. We could see the author Clay King, who went about and talk about the comparing the black Republicans to the modern days modern days that they came from being from Frederick Douglass to Clarence Thomas. He cannot understand what happened because he gave a history of the black Republicans. There was all people who joined Abraham Lincoln, and they were very faithful. They wanted the black people to have equality. They wanted good for the black people in their health and everything. But as the time go by, it became something else. So he said that the black Republicans are not what the forefathers made for them to be. Everything have changed. So he doesn't even know why the black people are not seeing that they are being used according to him. The Republican Party does not favor the black people at all. So he doesn't even know why any black person is in the Republican, because he has gone to the root and genesis of it. And the women in the view were hailing him, and they give their own contribution. According to them, all of them were talking about Tim Scott. They don't know what happened to Tim Scott. He's a black man who is full of very potential. They talk about grifting for the black people. According to the author, he explained that grifting are black people who want to go to power. even though you hurt their friends, you hurt their own family, their community, they don't care. They are very greedy. All that they want to go to their top. They gave an example to someone like Tim Scott. That Tim Scott is so powerful, he's so awesome. So they don't even know what pushed him to become the Black Republican. And to an extent that he was telling the President Donald Trump that I love you, I love you. And Joy Behar said she cannot even deal with that. She feel, she don't even know. She makes some type, she don't even know what happened to Tim Scott, for Tim Scott to do that. Tim Scott would have not done that to President Donald Trump. Tim Scott have just disgraced the Black community. Tim Scott is just very pathetic. All of them were saying all type of thing about Tim Scott. To them, basically to the author, Tim Scott is being selfish. Tim Scott wanted that they should put him the vice president, or they should put him in the Supreme Court. He's looking for power. He's looking for superiority. He doesn't care if he's going to hurt his own people. He doesn't care whoever hurt. So they were just Tim Scott is not very grateful for what they did to Tim Scott. That Tim Scott is just one selfish person. All of them went on, and they were talking. They were so surprised. He came and endorsed President Donald Trump, and he's walking like if they're sure that if they give Tim Scott that power, Tim Scott is going to be very faithful to President Donald Trump. All of them believe that, but according to their view, purposely they were in support that Black people, the law is not being for Republican, is not favoring the Black people, because the Black people always kept behind. There's a lot of racism among them. They don't care about their health. They don't care about their development. That the Republican does not even mind about the well-being of the Black people. So to him, the Black people should not vote for President Donald Trump, which is a Republican, because Republicans have never favored Black people. He doesn't even know why the other Black people are there. Left to him, there could have not been any Black person. What do you think? Do you believe in what this Clay is saying, that Black people, they are not being favored in Republican? Do you believe that the Caucasian had to be the Republican, not the Black people? Let me see your own suggestion on the comment section. Ask that, is President Donald Trump for the Black people? And he said no. Actually, the HBCU, which was written by a Black lady, that particularly, apart from that, President Donald Trump does not care for the welfare, the wages for the Black people. So President Donald Trump have not done nothing good for the Black people. What do you actually think? Do you support what he's saying? Are you agree on what he's saying, or can you disagree? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Let me see, what do you think President Donald Trump have done for the Black Republican? Let me see your own opinion on the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.